take you through my day-to-day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold, I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this rhyme, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, no. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Posse, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a stop so hot you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs on the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady, to the letter right, turn it up, giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play, and you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joint.
Team adjust lineup.
30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike doing your chest.
My team you have depth chart.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
Enter FWR depth 1,
sound as I take
depth 2,
kings of all crowd. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
LS selected,
Turn it up, y'all.
KR select depth 1,
Rock it like rocket. What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
depth 2,
What kind?
PR select depth 1. UD depth 1. Vikings selected depth 1. AHB depth 1. FWR select depth 1. T select depth 1, depth 3. LT RG selected depth 1, depth 2. Ray select depth 1, depth 2. TT depth 1, depth 2. Low depth 1. ML depth 1. Rolls depth 1. CP select depth 1.
Rock it like rocket fuel.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, shake 'em. I invite 'em to the fire, then I bake 'em. I'ma break 'em. I'm a Hall of Fame legend. They should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work. I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, number one seed. Ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game.
Depth 1. SS Depth 1. Entering franchise hub screen might him. Members, you have things to do. You have 4 training complete. View weekly awards.
They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stand.
Entering franchise hub screen things to do.
Hands, thought they could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought they could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
STRO. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? STRO. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. Yeah. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Play A divisional playoff is selected. Entering, searching pop-up, searching for opponent. If opponent is not found, invite will be sent.
Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through.
Entering, team select screen. The Minnesota Vikings, the home. Ready. Advanced settings submenu. S. Pid M. Nig. Pid M. Tunglin. SF. Pid M. Tunglin select. NFL Live Playbooks option is set to off. Second choice, against win select, with win selected. Ready. Edit uniforms. Entering edit uniforms. Uniform name. Current color rush selected. Ready. Googleim050 has joined.
Like I'm Barry Sanders, chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I pissed so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it. Don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted. Flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah. In the field.
Ready. Use advanced. Pick Shermer selected.
Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like
10 run spread West Coast selected. Advanced set. Ready.
yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Man, I got
this is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Good ass run plays.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, D, tighten up.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Hey, we're good.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
We're going to sign. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch the lady. Too low. Jim. Go ahead, lady.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check 53, lady. Switch up. Kill. Kill.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Coleman now. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
That way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Cousins. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Marcus Davenport able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Cousins to throw it. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
To throw is Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
So he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is
incomplete. Stop it.
Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail.
Motherfucking locked up.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think.
Man, this hey, he signed up for this shit.
Careful. Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
You ain't supposed to get a safety, bro. I'm gonna cook it on me.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the post. Watch the post.
56, Mike.
Yeah.
They'll throw again.
Yeah.
Cousins.
Yes, sir. Come on, man. Come on, we going to the apartment. Psych. Ah, chill out. I told you can't fucking fuck with me, man. I got that motherfucking lit ass D, nigga. Fuck wrong with him, man. Now let's get right, man. Fuck, we was in a bad position. Man, let's get right. Do y'all want it? Let me know. Do y'all want it? Do y'all want it?
The Saints
oh my God, this is going to cover 3. I knew he was going to cover 3.
It's been an awfully slow start.
Cook his ass.
This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
Tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far is working. Maybe they'll do that. Typically, we think it's the strongest safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Come on, man. Think. Play smart, baby. Take what the defense give you, baby. That's what they always told me. Take the defense to what they give you. Yes, sir. That nigga fucking Trey Corn fucking smell, nigga. Take what the defense give you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a more flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, it's called.
It's all right. Quickly. He's going to play the run.
Down to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold looking long for Thomas.
Okay.
And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it.
Somebody else going to be open.
You love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he finds Cook.
Somebody can't double him.
Near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
First down. Pitching on sack.
Smith. Watch out for Smith. I know about the comments.
We won't come to my world. Shit. Red 80. Hey, watch that.
On 1st down, Murray. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Sack. Red 80. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Red 80. Oh, 80. He's coming. Double up.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Darnold. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
Oh, bro, you got to stay on one person, bro. You can't play it, Johnson.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the slam. Alert 3. Alert 3. Slam. Back first.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Powers through.
Bro, chill out, bro. He ain't all that now. Chill out.
2 yards on the gain there, and it will take
Chill out. I know he at 99. Chill out all that, bro. He not even tall like that.
He's going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll run it. Here's Cook.
Man, Jordan right there. 2 on my phone.
Here at about the 40. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
Oh, how you swat, bro? How you swat?
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns. And this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now Cook.
Wait.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball.
Yeah,
but when
West
that guy
Coast playbook,
also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them,
playbook,
and they really embrace it.
You know what's going on the damn best line plays, bro. Nobody, that shit, nobody even use that shit.
Play action
motherfucker
now.
got mine.
Cousins. He'll let this go
Ain't that
for the end
motherfucker
zone.
got mine.
Back of the
Bitch.
end zone.
Like,
could he get his feet down? No.
that
It's
motherfucker
incomplete.
got me.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near
That
the end
motherfucker
zone,
got me
don't
good,
they?
bro.
And here's the thing.
Oh,
You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that.
Yo. I'm going to play that D.
Nothing doing.
Hell no, cuz you even know it, bro.
9-yard gain on first. They'll run for it. Cook.
Come on, cuz.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Flushed out right. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Me, I'm going to get a pick.
That is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell.
Let's go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. He'll have a first down inside. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll run with Cook. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
He dragging, bro.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line.
We like that.
Ordinarily, you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people.
He will take this
one bro, like that, bro. Come on, bro. Nigga breaking through everybody, bro.
It's the fullback taking it in. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Mike 54. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the run.
Following the interception, Cousins going deep for Diggs. This is caught, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 46 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice session, 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Check 55. Mike. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 10.
On first and 10, Darnold. It's caught, Smith. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Coleman. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They come out here in the I. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. Going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check 53. It's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day. Check 13. Check 13. Lady.
They'll run for it. This is Murray. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. I think probably just trying to draw them off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Oh, man, that's tough.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And Darnold just beating the play clock. Eluding the pressure right. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. To return is Taylor, and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cousins now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And Diggs has it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Demario Davis there on the stop.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
56 to Mott, boy. 56. Check 56.
They go play action. Cousins. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Come on, folks.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First down, New Orleans.
Hey, check right. Watching your cry. I'm here all day. I'm here all
From the 50, it's Darnold. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver.
Oh, shit.
Loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Check the backer. Black. Move.
They start the drive with Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd.
Black. 47's the mark, boy. Go. Check 47. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off.
Working out of the gun, Cousins.
Man, you don't chill out.
And it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Man, go get it, bro.
Here's Austin.
Yeah, get busy. Oh, get it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 50.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That's going to be caught. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook taking it in. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it for 6. Point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone.
Come on, get out of there.
And this return is positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans.
What are we going for?
Michael Thomas, 73.
What is 11 going to do?
And the Saints get a bit closer.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer, beware.
I don't got no other RC to get that distraction on Thomas, though, bro.
And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16.
Good, bro. 17. Covered it 12, then we did 19. Oh, okay. I see what we're talking about. Well, fuck it.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line.
Oh, I need a momentum change, bro. Please.
Would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting
all the way to the left,
when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we
get
going
back
to do?
there.
You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be
yes, sir. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, come on, boys.
Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face
need
of a
that
guy.
speed receiver,
Can he
bro.
step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes
They got Cook on there. They got Cook on there. Oh, Jesus. I can't even exit out. Oh, hate this play.
After the interception, here's Darnold, and it's caught. The tight end Hill. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I don't know.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that
they got Cook over there, bro.
picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I don't remember that play I was doing, bro. What's that shit? Oh, I forgot.
Trip to the NFC title game.
Just
That'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Right there in the middle, 55.
On first down, it's Darnold.
Yes, sir.
It's Thomas. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is Coleman. And he is in for the
Come on, baby. Come on.
touchdown, New
Come on.
Orleans.
Come on,
A
Cletus.
5-yard touchdown run as they are able to cut into that lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown.
Check, 53. Red 80. Watch the run. Watch the safety creep. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Hello, 80. 53's a Mike. 53, check 53. On the ball. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And it's into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the fourth. Morstead out now, getting the touchdown to kick.
I fucked up, man. That's my fault, bro. I should have got that. It all started with that safety, bro. Off his, punt. Win that fucking weak ass shit. Come on, man.
Here are the Vikings now to
Big
start
boy do
their
big boy
next
play,
drive.
man.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe
See
you
what I'm
start
saying? That shit
thinking
got
about
good
trying to
run
keep
blocking,
it
bro.
Yeah, I think
Where,
here's
who
the
face
situation.
man? Who face man? How is that a face
You're
man?
just
Where he
thinking
pulling his
first
face
down
man?
to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away.
Come on, baby.
First
Stop
downs,
team me,
they can touch the
Madden.
ball.
God. Madden God. Please. Please.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Off the play
Where
fake.
that motherfucker go?
And he pulls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
I'm missing.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Missing.
Number 53. Hey, flipper.
On first down, Taylor, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Now what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I hear
running up the middle, bro. He's running up the middle. He's running up the middle. He's running up the middle. I knew it. That weak ass fucking West Coast play, bro.
Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. On first down, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. To throw is Darnold. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
He's going to loft one, deep left side here.
Come on, man.
And now here's another interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Entering pause screen. Entering cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
Jesus, West Coast playbook.
Johnson was the intended receiver. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That turnover might just about do it.
Same old run play, bro. Same old run.
They can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Vikings on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, I ain't gonna have no linebackers next year. I'm gonna be pissed.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Smooth. All right, now,
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long.
It's third down and 12.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Yellow. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Cousins. The open man is Smith. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard punt.
And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
I'm mad at Taylor. Taylor's so well, bro. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna use the West Coast playbook, bro.
Entering. Cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
This nigga not feeling, bruh.
Line out. Rush in. Check 3, check right flag.
Now a give, right side. It's Taylor. 12 yards there, first down, Vikings.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
They ain't called timeout in 1 minute. Now you want to do that shit. I should have just let your ass score and get your ass suspended, bitch.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Check, 47. All day, dog.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
Post-game report player stats. Entering. Receiving selected. Team win. Team no. Team no. Team no. Finish game.
Got no speed, bro.
Entering XP. Entering Kevin Coleman. Power back. Receiving. Elusive back. Receiving. Power back. Gerald Willis III. Yes. Entering. Attention pop-up. Entering franchise hub screen things to do. Team adjust. Members you have. League. Members you. My team. Team you have 6 options. Roster is selected. WR select. Name M. Thomas. Speed rating 90. Speed rating 94. Speed rating 9. Entering franchise hub screen my team. Yes. Entering main menu screen. Subscribe now.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead.
Franch. Customize. Messenger. Customize. Customize pop. Customize playbooks. Entering custom. 10 FTBB. CP Carol. Create. Adult. RE. Edit off no save. Edit F no saved playbooks. Entering main menu screen. Customize. Suit face of the customize pop-up menu you have. Ultimate franchise cloud. Entering cloud franchise screen undefined. Entering franchise hub screen things to do. Training complete. Entering Saints versus Vikings. Entering teams ready. Play call option. West Coast spread at West Coast ready.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I got power up and level
Quit game. Entering. Quit practice pop-up. Are you sure you want to quit practice? No.
Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is
Entering franchise hub screen team of my free agent my coach team schemes offensive scheme option offensive playbook option defensive playbook option is set to pit him. Vikings. Defensive scheme option is set. Entering franchise hubs.